something I should have anticipated, but again, as a non-psychopath, it's hard for me to think this way. But whenever people adjacent to elites, the celebrity class, journalists, people with a voice, whenever they mention a misdeed of our elite class, the person being thrown under the bus will reliably be the least evil. So, whatever they're bringing your attention to, Prince Andrew's the face of Epstein, Weinstein's the face of harming actors and actresses. That person's only being thrown under the bus because they're actually the least evil. This is going to be like, this is, if you're not a psychopath, this is hard to comprehend that like our elites are literally like serial killers. Like the shit they do is Ted Bundy tier. Um, but once you accept it, things will make a lot more sense. Like, um, rather like the stereotypical dumbass I mentioned before, I used to be like that when it came to explanations. Like, if they're telling me Weinstein was a rapist of actresses, I'm just like, I guess that's true. I mean, to my credit, like, I didn't care or think too much about the elites other than knowing their enemies. I always knew they were the enemies. They try to like tell their trolls like I was in the culture war and I was on the MAGA side. I never was. I used to make fun of everything and everyone. I knew it was all bullshit. And I knew the enemy was the billionaires. Always knew it. So that's a complete lie. But when it came to like explanations about stuff, like, okay, Weinstein's been raping people and he's getting on blast now. I just be like, okay, that makes sense, you know. But what I couldn't possibly imagine is if they're making someone go down for a scandal they sense they're losing control of silencing, like just it went from like no one talks about the rampant sexual degeneracy of the elites to okay, we're talking about it now. After Trump got in office and he was part of the Epstein honeypot trap, so that started leading people to talk a little bit. And the kind of talking they did is a threat, right? I had some ass licker in comments saying like, "What do you mean they can hide evidence? Everyone knows about Epstein." And I'm like, "No, they don't. No one knows a single thing anyone really did. The only thing we know for sure is like stuff Virginia Jeffree told us before she was murdered." Nobody knows a single thing what anyone did. They're all being protected. What are you talking about? They let you know about Epstein, so Epstein works. Does that make sense? Like you know as much about Epstein as you need to know. And what you need to know is this. It happened. A lot of these people are involved in it. And if any of them step out of line, you're going to find out exactly what they did. They only tell us the part about Epstein that would be useful to keep Krasnov in line and all the and Steve Bannon and all these pieces of shit, right? They only tell us like looks like a lot of rich people are really sick. But who? But who? I hear it's Trump. I hear it's Steve Bannon. I hear it's Bill Gates. I hear they let you know the part where the whole function of the honeypot trap, why the CIA and Mossad funded it and KGB. They let you know that part, almost like loading a spring trap. It's like when you're going to catch a mouse, you pull it back, crank, click. That's the function of setting those rumors out and letting you know that much about it. To load the trap of the wealthy elite that they need to keep in line and do evil shit for them. So oh, I heard this, I heard that, I don't know. And they're all going to be protected as long as they do exactly what they want, right? So saying Epstein is an example how the elites can't hide evidence and do face culpability. And it's like, what? Literally, the only part of Epstein we know is the part they want us to know. And they only want us to know that part to threaten them into compliance. Because if they tell us openly it happened, when they break the story by like releasing on the dark web videos of them like beating and raping homeless children, and then they blame Russia or something for doing it, everyone believe it's real. No one's gonna believe the explanation. It's AI. They'll be like, it's real. And they let us know only that much, so the trap that they spent money and time on works. Meaning, let the people know something happened so that you live in perpetual fear that if you don't fucking do what they say, you're going out next. They'll leak your shit. Anyway, what I was trying to say is, what I've learned is, if they do, if they do publicly name and shame one of them for doing something bad, like Prince Andrew and Epstein or Weinstein and abuse of actors, the only reason they're doing that is they actually had the least power and they were the least evil. It's like this is going to be like a golden rule that you can follow. If a scandal's so big and they want to talk about it a little bit to control people and threaten them low key, the ones they tell you about are going to be the ones who were the least bad. And if they're so it's like this is like the rule. Like if all the kids they're stealing with ICE, they've been stealing with ICE, all the foster system trafficking networks that the elites are connected to. Let's say they released publicly that one of Oprah's schools in Africa was related to child abuse, but she didn't have anything to do with it and she didn't know. If they're telling you that much, then that means the elites are involved openly in trafficking children. And there's people, perhaps Oprah herself, who are doing this and making money on it and abusing children themselves. Whatever they're telling you and whatever acceptable but bad public face they're putting on it, just know the real truth is even worse, right? So if Virginia Giuffre's name is forever associated with Prince Andrew, who didn't rape anyone, didn't beat anyone. He just had sex with a 17-year-old. That's not great, but it's not by far not the worst crime. I mean, in some states, that's age of consent. He didn't know she was a slave, perhaps even. Um, I mean, nothing she says about him would substantiate, like, oh, they're sick degenerates. Oh my God. It's like, okay, he fucked a 17-year-old. You know, it's kind of more like that. Like, it's not great, but yeah, he's being made the face of degeneracy and evil. But they hide the people like Ehud Barak who are literally snuff fetishists. Like Epstein sent Virginia to her when she was more groomed, and he nearly tried to kill her. Like he raped her so bad. Like he clearly has like a kink for like killing girls. Like he almost killed her. And they don't talk about that, right? And you would never know that that happened. So what I'm trying to say is like whatever they're making the face of the problem is actually the good one. So whoever's the bad one is the good one amongst bad people. Like Weinstein, okay? Weinstein became the face of like the problem of media people who are sexually weird and abusive for non-consensual behavior toward actresses, right? And that was done to hide that they literally worship Satan and do weird sex rituals with drugged kids. You think I'm fucking with you? They really, some of them really do that. You know how I know it's true? Other than the people saying it's true? On these little miscellaneous channels that they say, oh, that's a conspiracy. That's not real. You know how I know that they do shit like that? That it's true that they're screaming about Baal and Baphomet while raping drugged kids, little kids? Is someone like Jeffree Star, who's such a massive piece of shit, like verified behavior he does is so shitty and evil. Like if this dude's at like a ritzy elite event, if he sees someone like getting assaulted, he'll film it and use it as dirt. Like he's a terrible person, right? He's known to throw out the N-word in secret, and then he made that go away. You know, he's just a piece of shit, right? He says in public, the people I hang out with are the good elites. There are some ones who are really evil. That's how you know those rumors are true. That they really, really do shit like, oh hell ball, while like a fucking ketamine up 10-year-old is being raped. That's how you know that goes on. Because someone like Jeffree Star, who any normal person would clock is pretty evil, does not know he's evil. He thinks he's good. He thinks he's good because the elites he hangs out with just do stuff like, oh, like if an adult's raping another adult, I'll film it and use it as blackmail. But I won't like scream about Satan while raping a kid or anything. That's how you know that's real. Because a piece of shit like Jeffree Star, and you can see on his face, the shit he's seen and heard about affected him. Like the way he's like, I don't mess with them. He's like, the people I hang out with, like who the Illuminati, they're pretty good, but like there's some ones out there you don't want to mess with. They are really into sick stuff. And that's how you know that's real. So, because of these ongoing fucking rumors, some of these motherfuckers literally like to sit around drinking blood and like raping drugged homeless children that they abduct and shit. And they have weird parties where they like fuck a 10-year-old. Like, I'm telling you, because that's going on, and I know it's going on because of the way elites, any normie would clock as evil, call them evil. Those ongoing rumors. That means Weinstein has to go down as the face of a degenerate. The degenerate in media, the degenerate in the influencers, the degenerate of the music industry. And the reason is he's actually not. he's a degenerate by conventional standard. But they chose him because he was a noted hater of the bigger degenerates who fucked with kids, like the Nickelodeon crew, where they're really, really into raping kids. If they're telling you something's going on and they make someone the face of it, they're hiding way bigger degenerates. That's a truism you can take to the bank. So it's like, oh my God, Joe Snob did this thing. Whatever he did is like 1/10 as bad as what's really going on. Sadly, that is the case. That is true.